Welcome to Fanside Presents the Bunn Sons, and I'm Owen.
And I'm Riley.
Welcome to Fanside Presents the Bunn Sons. I'm Owen.
And I'm Riley.
And today we have the veteran play-by-play broadcaster for the Pinty series on TSN, Dave Bradley. Welcome, Dave.
Thanks very much, guys.
It's nice having you on the show.
Oh, I'm very happy to be here.
So we're going to ask some questions. Riley's going to go first, then me.
Okay.
So my first question is, where does your love of motorsports come from?
Oh man, that comes from years and years and years of going to races. My parents used to bring me to the track when I was super young, probably 2. Younger than I can really remember. But my mom used to tell stories about how I used to fall asleep on her lap even before the features would run. So they were sort of gearheads and liked the races, and they brought my brother and I along, and from there it just sort of grew and blossomed.
That's cool. My second question is, how long have you covered motorsports?
Covered motorsports, it's been about just under 20 years now. So I went from a fan in the stands, just like you guys, and I'd sit there and listen to my favorite announcers at my favorite tracks and hear what they were doing and how they were calling things. And then you sort of start calling the races in your own mind, and you remember things, and you get an idea of what to watch for. And then I started working with Barrie Speedway a little bit. Rogers Television was doing a show at Barrie Speedway, so I was the pit reporter to start off. And that was in, I think it was around 2004-ish. And then they asked me to be the play-by-play guy, and then the track announcer at Barrie Speedway. And so from there, it just sort of took off.
And my final question is, what are some things you do other than cover racing?
I watch racing. I drive race cars when I get a chance to. It's like I like anything to do with racing. Like I like other sports too, but really racing is my passion. I can watch. I always say, if somebody's going to race on bar stools, then I'll probably be there to watch them go. Just because I really enjoy it. I like the competition. I like the smell of the engines. I like the rubber. I like everything about it. And behind the scenes too. And this is something that a lot of people don't see when you get to walk around the pits. And you guys are experiencing this now a little bit more by getting to know the people involved and the friendships that you can make. That's really a lot of it. So it's like I love being at the racetrack. I always say life's better at the racetrack.
So now I'm going to ask mine. That leads perfectly into mine. Do you race yourself?
I do. I used to race go-karts. I started racing go-karts when I was about 16. I won a championship once.
Wow.
So I have that big trophy still. That was a pretty big accomplishment, a big achievement. We weren't a very high dollar team, not by any means. It was just my dad and myself, and my brother raced as well. He had his own kart. We were racing in the Ottawa area at the time. And that's where we started. And I won my championship in Innisfil. But it was pretty neat to win that one. That one's, one that I will cherish forever. But then took a couple of years off when I got married. And then we discovered the Outlaw Midgets, which are, glorified go-karts, but they are fast and affordable to race. They run on a snowmobile engine, and we turn lap times at some tracks that are close to what a limited late model would turn. At a fraction of the cost. So it's a lot of fun. And we have, 25 cars showing up pretty much any given night. So that's what I've got in the garage right now, and we're still doing it as a family team. My dad is he's getting up in age, but he still loves working on the cars, and I work on the cars with him, and it's just a family thing, right? Now my kids come to the track and they help out with the cars, and they like being around the track too. And it's, even if they're not, my wife is not necessarily fully involved in racing, but she likes the family atmosphere and hanging out, right?
Like, yeah, our mom's the same way.
She likes you guys. That's why she tolerates it.
Do you take interns?
Personally, not really, no. But I think that question is better suited for Joel Robinson. He's my boss, so he's the guy who makes all those decisions. I think you could probably talk him into doing something when he gets a little bit older. For sure.
My final question is, what do you like the most about the NASCAR Pinty series?
Oh, the competition, and I love the fact that the cars move around and they slide through the corners and they beat and bang on each other. It's old school racing, right? It's what made NASCAR what it is, and that's what we still do in Canada. I call it like Canada's dirty little secret, and it shouldn't be. Everybody should watch this. I love it now that it's on MAV TV in the US. You get some American fans that get a chance to see it for the first time. Matt Weaver, who covers NASCAR down in the US, he comes up to watch these races. It gives you an idea of how cool it is and how competitive these races are. I mean, when you have somebody as talented as Christopher Bell who shows up to a track and he can't win, Austin Dillon, he can't win. You know what I mean? It goes to show you how good the competition is and how good the drivers are. And it's a rare case where you go to a Pinty Series race and you're like, okay, that one was just okay. Pretty much 5 out of 6 races are going to be dynamite. They're going to be barn burners.
Yeah.
So that's what I love about it. Anybody can win, and the races are very competitive and very close.
Yeah, you can't really have a disappointing race.
Exactly. And I love the tracks that the Pinty Series visits, from the road courses to the street courses to the short ovals, and then of course Jukasa is a great place for a race. So the diversity is awesome. I think it's a fabulous series, and I think honestly, more of the upper tier NASCAR series should model their series after what we're doing here in Canada, and I think they'd have a lot more success.
Yeah, I completely agree. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and we hope to see you again.
No, thanks, guys, and by all means, I hope to see you at the track in 2021 for sure. Once we're able to get at the track again, right?
Yeah. Thank you.